I want you to think about the things that we covered in the 9 videos. First, I want you to think about where you would use micro teaching in your lessons to promote understanding and transfer for your students. So where in the lesson would you use micro teaching? Would you use it in the warmer? Would you use that as a part of your core lesson? Would you use it as a form of assessment to figure out whether students are able, understood what you taught in the core lesson? Where would you use micro teaching? Secondly, remember the elements of micro teaching that you should cover. Remember, teacher, it sets the context. It presents the situation that students will understand that is compelling for the student. Teacher-student, you're moving from teacher to facilitator. Student-teacher, again, you're reducing your teacher talk. Student-student, now the students have full control and they're guiding how this portion of the lesson will play out. And in the student-student, we're all working together, teacher as observer or teacher as participant, to really demonstrate that we can reproduce what the core idea was of the micro teaching lesson. Also, I want you to think about what data you can collect from that micro teaching experience. Remember, if you can, record the lesson, create a journal, a daily or weekly journal, or a semester journal, however you organize your journals, and do that. Use that journaling experience as an opportunity to reflect, as an opportunity to improve your teaching. Remember, this is teaching is a continuous improvement profession. We can always get better. What works today may not work tomorrow. Think about how you can use your experiences in micro teaching to collaborate with other teachers so you can create possibly a cross-curricular learning experiences for your students. Remember, cross-curricular learning experiences will allow the student to learn based on themes, and teachers will be able to support one another in their outcomes and goals for their content and the content of the grade level. So it's a collective experience for teachers. You're not in this boat alone as a teacher. Remember, you have a team, a cohort of other teachers who have a similar mission as you to help students experience transfer, as helps students solve their problems. Now, what we're going to ask you to do tomorrow is we're going to ask you to go into the Zoom application, and we want you to do 2 things. We want you to write a lesson plan where you insert a micro teaching strategy within your lesson plan. We're curious to see where you put it and why you put it where you put it in the lesson, in the block of instruction, and why you put it there. And then 2, we want you to, as we did, videotape either by yourself, explaining what the takeaways that you received from this experience, or actually going through the steps of micro teaching. Now, for folks who took TESOL with me, you can go, or anyone actually can use the, what do you do for exercise as a model, and I'll just run through that really quick for you. Teacher is, what do you do for exercise? I run. What do you do for exercise? I run. What do you do for exercise? I run. So we do that 5 times. Remember, we talked about the 5-time rule there. And then we go through the teacher, student, student, teacher, student, student, What do you do for exercise? I run, and then student, student, student. So that's what we're going to ask you to do in the Zoom. Hopefully you have the Zoom link. Hopefully you're a member of the WhatsApp group. That's why you're watching this video right now. And we look forward to talking to you tomorrow on Zoom. I look forward to fielding your questions. But again, tomorrow the experience is about you and you talking about what your experiences are with micro teaching. Thank you for spending a couple minutes with me. I enjoyed the experience with you, and I hope you enjoyed the experience with me.